You're watching Theme Park Worldwide, where it's time for the first episode in a brand new series, creating the British Theme Park Museum. This will be a new home for Theme Park Worldwide, with a studio for recording videos, and of course, a place to display all of my theme park items and memorabilia that I've collected from the parks and attractions over the years. Of course, I've had the world of theme parks since 2012. That was at our old house, and that was a smaller shed that had lots in there. However, this is 4 times the size. It's going to be absolutely epic and an amazing place to display all of this memorabilia from theme parks and preserve it for the future as well. Now, of course, as I've mentioned in previous videos, the long-term plan is to actually move it from this location to a site that can be opened up as an attraction for the public. Of course, initially it will just be a studio here and of course my private collection, which I'll be sharing with you all on YouTube. But like I said, the long-term plan is to move it to somewhere and open it up on a bigger scale for you all to come and enjoy. But I tell you what, this has been a passion project of mine for quite some time, and as you'll see over on our second channel, the Sandbrook Adventures, me and my dad have been working really hard on actually building this new shed, which is 4 times the size of the old one, and also as well adding the old one to it, the nostalgia of it, to make this big L shape, this big space that's going to be home to my theme park collection. And finally, after quite a lot of hard work over winter, it is ready to start kitting out with my theme park memorabilia. There's the Alton Towers bookworm just over there. And as you can see, we're in this big white echoey building at the moment. However, in this video, you're going to start to see that change. Now, I don't know how many videos there's going to be in this series yet. It will span over the next few months as I create this space. But you know what? It's going to be absolutely epic, and I cannot wait to take you along for the journey. Now, with it being such a huge project, it's been split into 3 different phases. This will be phase 1, and this is going to be the main seating area and main part of the studio itself. Obviously, you've got the lovely windows there as well that look out into the garden that's nearly completed, and you can see the house just there as well. Obviously, we've been working really hard on the house and the garden, and yeah, it's not too far off being finished now. However, we've still got some more finishing off to do. If you're interested in all of that stuff, head over to the Sandbrook Adventures, our second channel. There's a link down below in the video description, and you'll be able to see us working on the garden and the house and actually building this big new shed. But it's looking fantastic in here. I am really pleased on it, and it's huge as well. So yeah, this is going to be a seating area just over here. We're going to have a sofa, the Theme Park Worldwide couch over here. However, it's going to be built with storage underneath as well, so that's going to be fantastic. Now, people who've watched the channel for a long time, obviously it's the 11th year of Theme Park Worldwide, will know I used to have a wall of mugs, and that's something I've not had for a few years because of space. That's going to be coming back here. So this wall at the back, and the first part of the project is going to be creating a new wall of mugs just over there. Obviously, it's very white and very echoey in here at the moment. The reason that I've painted it white is because I wanted to make sure that all the signage and all the mugs all pop with colour. Everything that I've got is so bright in here. So I thought, let's paint it all white. And then, yeah, obviously, you know, we're going to get a lot of colour in here. Obviously, as you'll see over on the other channel, we've put insulation in, we've put electricity in, all the floor in. We've still got some more finishes and that sort of thing to do in here. But yeah, it looks fantastic. And obviously, in terms of the sound in here, that's something that, you know, when we start filling it up with the furniture and items, that echo is going to move away from here, and we're going to look at some different microphones and things that work in here for improving the sound quality and making it a really nice functional studio. But yeah, I've got the blinds just over here as well. Honestly, it's an amazing space. I'm really lucky to have it, and like I say, this is just phase 1 of the project, because yeah, we've built the false wall just up here, and phase 2 is going to be the room just around there, and as you can see, that's still got the installation in progress, and yeah, that's going to be the next stage. Got a lot of stuff stored around there, so I thought doing it in 3 phases means that obviously, you know, it's going to be easier, because once this part's done, some bits are going to move into here, and then obviously we'll start with the next phase, which will be phase 3 with the bookworm inside there. It's basically a massive L shape. You can see the old World of Theme Parks there. It's all been connected through. It's all nice and watertight, and yeah, it's been built for a few months now, but it's time to finally start kitting out the inside just here. So I'm going to be filming this first episode over the course of a few days, starting off doing some things here in phase 1. I'm not going to set a time frame for this project because I want it to be right. You know, it's a passion project of mine. It takes as long as it takes. Obviously getting to this stage already has been a long process, especially when we've been doing the trips as well. We've been out of the country for 3 weeks on the big trip around Singapore, Australia and Malaysia, which was amazing. But now it means I've come back, really want to crack on with this and get it done. So I spent a couple of days doing all the plasterboard in here, and of course, yeah, doing all the painting as well. And yeah, it's ready to start kitting out. So firstly, I'm going to start putting up some shelves over here, and then gradually, yeah, we're going to start to see it come together. On this wall, there's going to be a big TV, and also as well, it's going to be Wicker Man themed. I'm going to have a fireplace all based around Wicker Man. I thought with Wicker Man, of course, being fire, you know, and that being a big part of the experience, and me having a few items from the construction of Wicker Man at Alton Towers, I should have a really nice custom Wicker Man fireplace, because as much as this is going to be a museum, a collection, I also want to make sure this is a living space for us at the house where we can just come and chill in here, enjoy it, watch movies, and of course soak up the atmosphere, you know, a bit like another living room in a way. So yeah, this first section, phase 1 here of 3, is going to be like a living room, but with everything around, and then obviously phases 2 and 3 with the other parts are going to be set up more like a collection on display. There won't be seating in there. All the seating is going to be in this section, but I'm so excited to crack on with it. I'm going to start putting some shelves up now, and we'll go with the flow. I'll give you an update as I'm coming on with them. Well, it took me about 45 minutes to get the 4 shelves into place just over here, and yeah, got them nice and level. Make sure you're using the spirit level that you can see just down there, and yeah, I've put 4 shelves up and put 4 brackets on each, just to make sure they're nice and strong, of course, because there's going to be quite a lot of weight on there. You think, oh, 1 mug's not that heavy, but when you've got hundreds of them and you're going to be displaying them all, and then yeah, you need to make sure that you've got enough strength for them, enough support. But yeah, as you can see, that's looking pretty good. The first mug I put up there was this Alton Towers jumbo mug, and what I've done, I've actually changed the levels in between them just to fit the mugs that I've got. So obviously this is one of the biggest ones I've got, the jumbo mugs. I've got quite a few of those, so I thought I'll leave a bit more room at the top for those to all go in a line. Then just underneath these ones, the embossed mugs. I mean, this is from Colossus at Hyde Park before it had its re-theme. I mean, still got the Statue of Liberty on there. But yeah, as you can see, that's a little bit smaller than that. So I've thought about the size here with these. Now obviously I've got some really small mugs, and I'll bring them shelves a little bit closer as well. But yeah, I mean, that's going to look fantastic. Obviously going to be putting up a lot more shelves and mugs. 4 is nowhere near enough. Anyone that remembers them nostalgic theme park worldwide videos from a few years ago, like the weekly news updates and that sort of thing, I had my wall of mugs. So it's going to be nice to have this back. Bit of TPW nostalgia, and yeah, it's nice to have the space for it again. Now, of course, I need to just nip down to B&Q actually and get some more brackets, because I've not got enough. So I'm going to go and get some more. When I went the other day, they didn't have many in, so I can continue putting some more shelves in here. I haven't quite decided yet how far down I'm going to go, because obviously there's going to be some seating in here. There's going to be lots of different display areas and cabinets and drawers to put theme park maps in. So I haven't quite decided how low to take that yet. But what I am starting to work on doing now, just over here, is actually this, which you can see. This is from Alton Towers during the construction of Wicker Man, and the team that were building the ride at the time kindly gifted me this, because obviously I was down there following all the updates, and I was actually peeking my camera up to these windows all year when they were building the ride, because if you remember, these are around the construction site, and they had perspex in the middle just there. It's a great sign. It's got a couple of scratches in places, but that adds to the authenticity of it, doesn't it? So yeah, that is going to be my big kind of focal point in here. It's going to be going right in the middle of the wall here, and my plan is to actually put the TV in the middle here. So I'm going to buy a new TV that fits this. I'm not too sure on the size yet for it, but I'll measure it and make sure I get one that fits. Obviously it can overlap a little bit, or if it's a little bit smaller it doesn't matter, because I've got all sorts planned for this, because it's not just going to be that sign, it's going to be a full wicker man fireplace. So I'm going to have the fireplace down at the bottom. This is going to be raised up kind of here with the telly in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is put some wooden strips around the side, some wicker, a couple of flame effects up there as well, lighting. So yeah, that's really going to come together nicely. But yeah, so I've just got to basically fasten that up, measure that it's right in the middle of the wall, and then yeah, I can start building that up as well. Oh, I do love taking on a good project, and I'm loving how this is coming together so far. Yeah, I've got the 6 shelves up there just behind me, and yeah, looking fantastic. So shortly I'll be able to put some of the mugs on there, because that's the thing, I've got that many mugs. However, because I've done the shelving in a completely different configuration to how it was in the old world of theme parks, I don't really know exactly how much shelving I'm going to need. So I'm going to need to put the mugs on as I'm kind of doing it, if that makes sense, and then work out exactly how many shelves I'm going to need, because I also need some more for some other items like the little resins that I've got and some other bits as well. But it's one of them really, you just got to kind of work it out as you go. So I'll put all the mugs on, and then obviously once all the work's done, I'm going to be taking them off again, giving them a deep clean, and making them nice and presentable, because these mugs have been packed up for the best part of 2 years in storage containers, because we knew we were going to be moving, and obviously back at the world of theme parks, I decided to prioritise putting things on display, such as big signs, things that were really unique from the parks, instead of the mugs, things that you can just buy, you know. So yeah, it's all coming together really well. I've also just screwed up this on the wall. There we go, look at that. I made it sound like I messed it up then. I've screwed it into the wall. There you go, I've screwed it up. It looks really good. Yeah, screwed in the wicker man sign there onto the wall. And yeah, looking fantastic. However, I have just made a bit of a rookie error. Now that might just look like an Alton Towers sign on a very bland white wall at the moment, but yeah, it's all going to come together. You've got to have some imagination with this sort of thing, and don't worry, I've got plenty of that. If you've seen my Planet Coaster videos in the past, you'll know that I love creating things and putting stuff together, and yeah, this is a really nice project that I've been wanting to do for years in a big new space like this. Yeah, it looks awesome, really pleased with it, but yeah, just bear with it, you know, because it's going to have lots of theming round and these flame effect lights that I'm going to be putting up there. It's going to be fantastic. It's also, with it being the fireplace, going to be the place I'm having this electric heater. However, this is the error that I've made. I wanted a black electric heater, and I've ended up getting a grey one just here. I mean, it's fantastic, it's really good, it works brilliantly, and obviously you've got that nice flame effect in there that really adds to the kind of wicker man fireplace that I'm going to be doing here. Bear in mind there's going to be some of the flame torches on the wall, like all fake of course, but it's part of this effect, like a wicker woven effect on there, some artwork. But yeah, I wanted a black one. I've ended up getting a grey one because the box here, right, I mean, I think that looks black on the box. Like, obviously, I don't know. Like, to me, I thought it was like, oh, black with maybe a bit of a light shining on it, you know. It doesn't look grey, in my opinion, on the box, but I might be maybe different. But then I look just here, and it does say grey cast iron effect finish. So that's a little tip for you all. Always read the box, because I certainly didn't with that one. But yeah, it looks good, you know, with the flame effect on there. But yeah, unfortunately, it is the wrong colour. So I am going to have to change that at some point. I'll take it back and swap it for a different one. But yeah, it's coming on nicely. Obviously, we've got the wall of mugs starting to come together here now. And yeah, what I'm actually going to do, I've got these wooden beams just here from B&Q. And I'm going to put one of those on either side just here now to kind of block in where the chimney breast, should I say, effect that I'm going for is going to be. But like I say, that central section is all going to be fire and wicker man themed to go with the sign. And a few other bits as well that I've got from the ride over the years. I've been a huge fan of theme parks all of my life, and just unboxing these memories that I've not been able to display for quite a few years, honestly, it's an amazing experience, it really is. And yeah, here you can see all the mugs starting to come together now on the first part of the mug wall. Like I say, they're not really going in any order or anything like that yet. It's more putting them up just to see how much shelving I'm going to need in here. But yeah, also as you saw from the last couple of clips, I've also just put them 2 wooden beams in there at either side as well, just to give a bit of an idea on that whole section there, which is going to be wicker man themed. It's like a central fireplace, because I always feel like when you're designing something, you need like a central area, you know, so that's what that's going to be. You'll walk around this corner into the seating area, and yeah, it'll be really nice and warm and homely feeling, you know, when you see that. It's going to be kind of brown and orange, and yeah, it's all going to come together really nicely. And of course there'll be a TV up there as well. But yeah, I got the 6 shelves, and yeah, literally just unboxing the mugs. I've got over 300 mugs in my collection, so yeah, I'm going to need a lot of room for them. But yeah, it's just debating what I do, because I might extend these shelves out to come to the edge of the wall just over here. Or I might even think, actually, let's do it as a corner and bring them out over to there and then do something even on that side. I'm not too sure. Obviously, I've got a bit of a plan with it all, but there's certain things you just can't plan, you know, and that's when you've got this many mugs for a collection. You just got to get it right, really. But yeah, it's just kind of testing it and seeing how it looks, really. But yeah, I'm going to keep getting these out, unboxing them and putting them on the wall just over there. Well, I've had a very busy afternoon putting these shelves up, but you know what? It is looking awesome, and it's so nice to have these back in place again. Quite an iconic part of theme park worldwide history, having the mug wall, and of course it's back, and there's going to be loads more of it too, as you're going to see throughout the series. But yeah, it's coming together really nicely. Let's have a closer look at it all. 6 shelves all installed just there, and yeah, I got all the mugs up. Like I said, they're not really in any sort of order at the moment, other than the fact that I've put some of the taller ones on down the top, where of course there's a bigger gap between the roof and the shelf. And yeah, just thought about, you know, putting like the flat mugs down the bottom just here. So yeah, they're not like tidy or anything like that yet, but they're all in place. So I've got an idea how many that I've got, and I've still got all those boxes full down there. So yeah, I've literally emptied like 3 and a bit boxes, and I've got all those down there. Bear in mind, they're not all mugs, there is some other bits in there as well. But yeah, there you go, that's how it's looking. I've also just been down and I've swapped over the heater as well. So I've got this one now, the black heater, which yeah, it's going to fit a lot better with the colour scheme. That's what I wanted originally. But if I flip that on just down here, there you go, you can see a nice flame effect just on there, and yeah, we can actually open that up. And of course just a fan heater in the bottom, with it being fully insulated in here, even though we're still in February when I'm recording this, it's still yeah, nice and warm in here when you have that on. So yeah, that's looking awesome. And obviously that effect is going to extend up into this Wicker Man inspired fireplace that is going to come together nicely. I'm going to be working on that shortly as well. There we go, it is looking absolutely fantastic. I'm really pleased about it. And of course this is phase 1 round here. Phase 2 is going to be working on this side. However, I need to finish off with the plasterboarding round here. But I thought I'd just give you a bit of a preview of what this side is going to be like before I end this part of the video. Because here we go, look at this. Yeah, so there's a reason why the wall is as big as it is, and that's because I've got my huge apocalypse sign just over there, which looks amazing. Now, obviously with this, it is quite dirty. You know, it was in place for a while at Drayton Manor and not really cleaned or painted up. My plan is to restore this sign, but obviously tastefully, because I don't want to ruin how authentic it is, you know. So it's going to be sprayed at some point with this exact same colour and cleaned up, because look at all this in here. You know, it needs a proper clean up. I'm going to find some old photos out that I've got of me with this sign from years ago, work out exactly what this colour is, whether it's red or like a dark orange. It's kind of hard to work it out. But yeah, I'm going to get that cleaned up, and yeah, that's going to be the focal point for this wall, along with this item that I've got from Apocalypse as well. This was on the side of the building, so that's going to be going on there. And also my 2 Apocalypse seats that I've got just there as well. One from the stand up, one from the sit down. And this whole wall is going to be themed to Apocalypse. Of course, the drop tower that was removed from Drayton Manor just a few months ago. Yeah, this whole wall is going to be Apocalypse themed. I'm going to actually do all the wall grey, have some black and yellow effects on there, maybe some pipes and stuff coming out. That's the thing with this. With me having space, I'm going to try and do theme sections. You know, I thought, oh, we'll do Wicker Man there, do Apocalypse over here, and then of course the Bookworm. But yeah, the thing is within here, as you can see at the moment, it's got the insulation up, but yeah, I need to finish off all the plasterboard in here. So Dad will be coming round, helping me with that, and that'll be coming up as part of phase 2 of the project. But there we go, that is all for now. I'll see you a little bit later on, where we'll continue with this update just in here, putting up some more shelves, because the plan next is to actually put some shelves across here and also here as well. Carrying on with the 6 that I've done, because my plan is to kind of make it all the way across here, and it's going to look awesome. It's day number 2 creating the British Theme Park Museum, and firstly I'm continuing on with the shelves for the mugs just here. Now obviously when I put these into place, these are actually the length that I went for when I bought them from B&Q. Obviously for them to fit here, I've had to cut them down. So yeah, I've got 6 more, and then yeah, I've chopped them down to fit nicely just here. I've also put some brackets just here as well to connect these shelves together, and then yeah, we've got the brackets on the wall just there. So yeah, it's nice and stable. I'd rather go with more brackets than, you know, I think I need, just to make it nice and secure for all these to be on. So yeah, I'm going to get some of the mugs out now. Obviously I've still got loads of boxes full, put them on there, and then yeah, I'm going to be putting the shelves on this side now, because obviously I quite like things to be quite symmetrical. So I'm thinking is, you know, like when you stand over here, and obviously you're going to see all this really nice mug wall kind of around the top. Also, my seating has arrived down here as well. Here we go, look at this. Yeah, all the cushion padding. So like I said, I didn't want to go for like a normal sofa. I've gone for all this cushion padding, and I'm going to build a framework across here for all this seating. And then obviously there's going to be the TV just at the top there, like another second living room really down here. It's going to be really nice when it's done. So I'm going to put the mugs on, and yeah, I'll show you some shots of me doing just that. Oh, there we go, what an awesome backdrop. Got them mugs into place just there on the shelves, and it's looking awesome. And that's the great thing about this. It's going to be a great new studio for Theme Park Worldwide for many years to come. And of course, a great place to display all of my memorabilia that I've collected over the years. Now, of course, I've finished those shelves, so I'm starting to work over here now. I've put 2 up. I'm going to keep it very symmetrical and do the 6 all the way down on this side of the Wicker Man fireplace. Well, you realise just how many mugs that I've got when you keep putting the shelves up and it doesn't look like the boxes are emptying much. I'll tell you what though, just to have this place to display it all really is fantastic. And yeah, it's coming together nicely. Quite a few more that I can fit on these 6 shelves, but yeah, I'm definitely going to need more. Like I said earlier in the video, I didn't really know how many shelves I was going to need for all these mugs, and obviously really thinking about the design. Now there is a chance I might be able to add 1 or maybe 2 more shelves underneath each side, but first I'm going to decide on what sort of storage I'm having down here at the bottom, because I'm going to have quite a few different drawers built into the wall just here for storing lots of things. So yeah, I want to make sure that you know, I leave enough room for that first. So I might be able to add 1 or 2 more in, but obviously I've got plenty of wall space, and you know, I've got this wall just over here, but firstly I'm going to be putting the seating in. That's going to be the next process before ending this video. So yeah, I'm just going to finish putting these mugs in just over here now. Well, once again, it's taken me about an hour or so to put all the shelving up and also put the mugs on there as well. I tell you what, it's looking awesome, it really is. I mean, yeah, you walk in just here into this room and you're surrounded by all the mugs, and yeah, it looks really nice and symmetrical as well. And I've not really put them in any sort of order or anything yet, other than, well, height order, but you know, obviously normally go in terms of colour scheme and that sort of thing. But actually, I quite like the mix. I mean, obviously everything's going to need kind of dusting off once all the work's finished and all cleaning, but I'm really pleased with how that's coming together. In terms of how many mugs I've got left, well, I've got them 4 boxes just down there. So yeah, there's a few different options. One of those is to add another shelf all the way down the bottom across it all. However, I'm going to wait until, like I say, I've got whatever cabinets I'm putting underneath. And then the other option, of course, is to utilise this wall. However, I'm not going to do that yet, because I'm going to be working on the seating. And here we go. Yeah, I ordered these off Amazon, and I tell you what, I'm really pleased with how these are. Very comfortable. I just had a bit of a lie down, and yeah, it's fantastic. So obviously you can seat 4 people across. Obviously I didn't want to get a sofa because it'd take up too much space. So yeah, I've got these. Obviously it's on the floor at the moment. That's the next phase. So yeah, I'm literally going to lift it up a couple of feet off the floor, and then it means there's going to be all storage underneath. And then obviously whether I put drawers in there, even just boxes like this, maybe a curtain across or something like that. Yeah, there'll be storage underneath, and it's quite deep actually. It's about 1 metre across just there. So yeah, I'm going to be able to get loads of storage underneath, which is fantastic. But obviously I don't want to put the shelves in up there yet until that's been raised up. And then I know exactly where they can go, because obviously you don't want to think about, you know, not knocking your head and stuff on there. You know, that's all, you know, got to be thought about. But yeah, it's coming together nicely. All of those tubs over there are full of kind of miscellaneous items. I've got loads of resin, statues, other little bits for the museum as well that are all just over there. But yeah, it's coming together really nicely. I'm going to start work just on here now, building a framework. So it took me about 20 minutes to make a huge rectangle using these pieces of wood. Nice and strong. However, of course, I'm going to make sure I put some beams going across. I'm not doing that yet because I want to decide what I'm doing underneath first. So I'm going to have a look at a few options tonight and get back to you tomorrow with that one. But yeah, it's coming together really nicely. Obviously, then I'm going to raise it up so it's at a nice height for sitting on. But I'll see you all tomorrow when I'll continue on with this vlog, and it'll be the final part of episode 1 of creating the British Theme Park Museum. Well, it's the next day and I've spent about an hour working on the framework for the seating. You can see it there just behind me, so let's take a closer look. So what I've done here, I've used these pieces of wood, cut them to size, and then of course added them all on the bottom there as 8 supports for this. I've then also screwed it into the wall at the side. I'm going to put some brackets down here at the front as well when it's all level to make sure that that's going to be nice and secure and not going to fall through. Obviously I've got these wooden panels just over here which are going to be going across. So here's a look at the actual panels, and yeah, they're going to go across here. However, I'm now going to put some strips going across just here to make that even more secure, obviously before putting them on top. I mean, I will be painting all of this at some point as well, but for now it's just kind of getting it into place. So yeah, I'm going to start cutting some more strips now. Well, it took me about 45 minutes to attach the wooden beams across and then also screw in the top panels just there. Obviously, yeah, I've made sure to put a beam going across on each one of the joins going across just there to give it loads of strength. And yeah, I've just walked over the top just there, feeling nice and solid, which is good. Yeah, all that's left to do now is put the cushions on and see how it is. Well, there we go. All the cushion seating is now in place. And yeah, it's really comfortable. It's kind of like when you go in a caravan, isn't it? And you have all that seating round. It's that same kind of stuff. Yeah, really pleased with this. I got it on Amazon. And yeah, obviously you've got the flat bit that goes along the wall. And then this bit, of course, which kind of spines out. But yeah, I'm really impressed with that. And the good thing is you don't need to kind of fasten it into anything. It's really nice and solid. So it takes about 20 seconds to take it off and put it back on. So it means, you know, I'm going to leave it like that. So obviously when I'm doing the shelving up here and all sorts of signs and that sort of thing, save it all getting dusty, I can just take it off. And also for cleaning as well, it's nice and easy. You can just take these off and move them. But anyway, as you can see, it's coming towards the end of this episode. I'm going to get Charlotte now to do a bit of a test on these and see what she thinks to it. Well, it's been a busy couple of days working on all the shelves and putting it all together, and of course the seating, but it's coming on really nice, isn't it?
It's nice to finally start to see stuff again on the shelves, which is nice.
Yeah, there's been a lot of work involved in this whole project.
A lot, so it's nice to see everything starting to come back out again.
Yeah, it is, and some of these items have not been on display for a long time, you know, so it's really nice to have them up, and it's like another little living room, really, this.
It's really nice.
There you go. What are you thinking to the seating then?
It's lovely.
There you go. Oh, it's really comfortable. Like you can seat 4 people on there, like seated across, or you can lie down on there as well, which is really nice.
Comfortable.
Yeah, and obviously it's a bit higher up, but you managed to get on there all right, didn't you?
I think it works better having it a bit higher up, to be honest.
Yeah, tiered seating. It means look how much room I've got underneath the storage, and obviously initially I'm just going to put some of these containers under, but in the long term there's going to be proper storage, some drawers and things under there.
Really nice.
Yeah, and obviously now I know an idea on where I can start putting shelves to here.
Yeah, you know, have to put them in and then end up knocking your head.
Yeah, because if I put them here or something, I know they need to be at least kind of like starting from here, you know, to put another couple of shelves and maybe just get two shelves around the edge with some more bits on. But yeah, and obviously it's a really nice height here for looking at the Wicker Man fireplace and also the TV, which of course is going to slot in the middle just there as well. But no, it's coming together really nicely. I'm glad that you like it, Charlotte. Well, the seating gets the Charlotte seal of approval, so I'm happy with that. And I tell you what, it's coming together really nice. It's very comfortable and easy as well to clean and lift out, which is fantastic. Then, of course, all the wonderful mugs back on the wall. And yeah, these look absolutely awesome. It's so nice to have them back up again on the shelves. Obviously, the old world of theme parks, it was a big signature thing for many years. However, I just didn't have the room for them anymore with all the signs and things like the bookworm that I got, you know, so the mugs had to be boxed up. So it's great to see them up on the walls here again. And of course, there's still some more to come. And now I've done this seating, I can start working on more shelving, as you'll see in the next episode. Talking of that, obviously there's no kind of schedule for these videos. However, stay tuned. I'm planning to do a lot of this work before the start of the season, so kind of the 3rd week of March. So yeah, there's going to be another update probably on the way next week here on Theme Park Worldwide from creating our new HQ at the British Theme Park Museum. That leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you all in the next video.